What's up, everybody? What's cracking lacking with the booty smacking? It's the one and only your favorite photographer, Notorious One, broadcasting to you live and direct here at the AC headquarters in North Hollywood, California. And we are back with another phenomenal show. This is What's the Word in case you don't know. Today is Tuesday, August 15th, day 227th of the year. Like I said before, let's make it count. And I hope everybody had a marvelous day. But if for whatever reason you didn't, no worry. The special guest I'm about to introduce, she has a very soothing voice, so I'm pretty sure if you know about her, hopefully she sings to us, that bad day will turn good. But I want to take the chance to say this. I want to say happy birthday to Nipsey Hussle. Today is his birthday, and Nipsey Hussle, man, that's one of my favorite rappers. If ever I'm having a bad day, if ever I'm frustrated, if ever I'm feeling any type of way, I need motivation, I always listen to the Victory Lap. For sure, that motivates me a lot to just prosper and be a better person. So I want to say happy birthday to Nipsey Hussle. The Marathon Continue logo is the All Money In logo. That motivated me so much that when I started doing photography, I pretty much hit up the guy that created his logo, and that's the one that made my logo, in case you guys didn't know. So shout out to George Benice. At the end of the day, it's all because of Nipsey Hussle, so I just wanted to say that, But nevertheless, the special guest that I have here today, I first heard her sing at I want to say it's called Viclasos, and it was in Long Beach. I want to give a shout out to my Uncle JR. He was performing. I got there late, unfortunately. I'm sorry, Uncle. I admit it. But as I was getting there, I seen Danny Trejo, and he had 3 artists, if I'm not mistaken. It was Twixie, Terra, and Amora J, right? So I heard her sing, and she was actually singing a Selena cover. So I said, wow, okay. She got skills. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to you guys, the beautiful and talented Amora J.
Hey, guys.
What's up, Amora? How you doing today?
I'm doing so good. How are you today?
I'm doing great. I just want to say thank you so much for coming through. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
No, definitely. And I see you putting in so much work. I see you, recently you were just in Chicago. I seen you, you were being interviewed by LA Times as well.
Yeah.
And you were also at Fox News too, right?
Yeah, Fox News.
Now, real quick, for somebody that majored in journalism, right? And you actually, you had an internship for Fox, to now suddenly being interviewed at Fox. Please explain to me, how did that feel?
It was such a different experience because when I did my internship, I was the one interviewing people.
Right.
And so to be on the other end of that was a whole other feeling, but in the best way possible. It was just a feeling that I never thought that I would experience. And man, I'm just like, I think that I was meant to just be in the entertainment field, whether it was reporting or singing or doing something. But the fact that that happened, I was just like, this is confirmation that I'm at the right place at the right time.
Yes, for sure. But I want to take it to the very beginning, right? I want to get to your talent, the reason that you're here. But before that, let's tell the audience a little bit about yourself. So where were you born and raised?
So I was actually born in LA. But I moved to Dallas, Texas when I was 10. So yeah, I basically was raised in Texas. And as soon as I graduated college from Texas State University, I decided to move back to LA. And so I feel like I kind of missed out on a lot of like the LA culture.
Right.
But coming back made me realize like, dang, like this is my home,
Yeah.
And despite living in Dallas, like I have so much love for Dallas, and I made so many great friends. Going to school like near Austin was amazing too, but I just think that LA is where I'm meant to be. I'm just at my happiest when I'm
sure.
here. Yeah.
You know what they say, there's nothing like LA, but let's slow it down just a little bit. So you're 10 years old and you moved to Texas, correct?
Yeah.
So at 10 years old, you're in 5th grade?
Yeah, I was like in 5th grade.
So explain to me the transition, from, you're in 5th grade, you already have all your friends, you're the oldest, right? So, you're the only one that pretty much already has all your friends, and then suddenly your parents tell you, okay, we're going to Texas.
Yeah.
Were you a little bit heartbroken? How did that feel?
I was so mad at my parents. I was like, how dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you take me away from my people? But you know what? Like the transition was a little scary, especially because it's a whole other atmosphere. Texas is so different from California, and not having any friends, not any family. It was just kind of crazy, but I think ultimately I kind of got used to the lifestyle. I made a lot of great friends, and I think that it shaped me to be who I am today. So I think that like ultimately I'm just blessed that I got to have the opportunity to go to Texas and come back.
Right.
Yeah.
So then, okay, so you go to Texas, and obviously, like you just said, it's a whole different lifestyle. Everything is a lot different. I'm pretty sure you go from Los Angeles being the majority Latinos.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of Latinos
now
here.
now you go to Texas. How is that like? Who are you going to school with?
Yeah, it was kind of like a mix, I want to say, but I think majority is black and white, and there's like scattered Hispanics depending on like what area, but I was raised in specifically Mesquite, Texas, and that's kind of like what it was like for my experience. So I think that like I got a little bit of everything. But the people are great. The people are like super friendly, Southern hospitality. It's definitely true.
So it's safe to say they're more, I guess, in Texas, they're a lot nicer than in LA.
Yeah, depending on what area you go to,
Yeah.
yes, in a way. But yeah, I think that a lot of people have that like Southern charm. They're just very welcoming and accepting of you. So I definitely got that like firsthand.
So you being the oldest child, right? How was that like? Were you the nice big sister, the mean one? Were you punking everybody? How was it? How were you?
Let me just say thank you for doing your research.
Of course.
Because I love that. I love all these
Yeah.
questions. Yeah, being the first daughter is, I think, one of the hardest things. Especially being like first generation living in, the States. It's kind of like a lot of work. I think that I helped my parents a lot with my siblings. I kind of had to like grow up fast. I had to get like my driver's license. I had to make sure that they were fed. I had to take them to school. So it was a lot of like pressure, I want to say, but I think that it helped me a lot with like my growth. I think that like I was able to mature fast and just learn a lot at a very early age. But yeah, it was a little challenging. It definitely was.
That's great. Now, the $1 million question. So how old were you when you realized that you were blessed with an amazing voice? How did that come about?
Yeah, so that actually was like when I was like, I want to say like 6 or 7. So like in first grade or kindergarten, they would teach us like lullabies and stuff. And I remember that there was a song called Bluebird, and I was singing it one day at home, and my mom was like, wait, hold up, sing that again? Yeah. And she was like, wait, that actually like sounds good. Like you actually have like a pretty decent voice. And so during that time, she kind of wanted to put me into like a talent agency, which I kind of did for a little bit, but then it got really expensive and my parents had more kids. So it was kind of like hard for me to continue it. But yeah, it all started when I was like 6 or 7.
Do you still remember that melody?
I think it's like bluebird, bluebird through my window, bluebird, bluebird, something like that.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, kind of. I don't really remember it too much. I have to go back and listen to it.
So you realize that you have an amazing voice. Obviously, your mother sees it. Right after that, do you continue to sing more often now?
Yeah. So like after that, I kind of just started like singing. I didn't really take it like seriously. I think that I was like kind of like a little discouraged with like just like financial stuff, and then I don't know, I just was in my head a lot, and I think growing up I was very insecure. I wasn't like as confident. So I feel like that was definitely built within the years, but I never really took singing seriously. Like I would do covers every now and then, but it wasn't something that I was like, okay, I'm going to pursue. I think the reason for that also is because my parents were very like, you need to get your education. You have to make sure that you have a degree, something to like fall back on. And that kind of like got in my head too. And, I just really started focusing on like education. And so I just didn't really like, I guess I could have gotten like a degree in music, but I just chose a different route.
Wow. So even though you had a voice, you weren't really flaunting your voice like in middle school or high school?
No.
You were keeping it to yourself?
Yeah, yeah,
serious?
yeah, I was. There was like a few friends that would like call me out, like sing, sing, and they would like put me on the spot. But like I said, I was a very like shy, insecure little girl, so I never really like showed it.
Let's just say you could go back in time, right? Or let's just say maybe there's a shy, insecure girl now,
Yeah.
and she could sing, but I get she's keeping it from the world. What's your best advice to your younger self?
And I would just say, if God gave it to you, use it. You have it for a reason, and that awkward stage or whatever you may be feeling is going to go away. It's just about bringing that out and seeing like how people react. And some people will not like it and some people will, but if you love it, you just got to keep doing it. Don't let it get to your head, and it's never too late also.
So I'm pretty sure, like I said, you're a singer, so it was easy for you to gravitate towards music. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Growing up, middle school, high school era, what are some artists that you're playing?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think that I had like a mix of different things. So like my mom listened to a lot of reggae, like so Bob Marley. My dad listened to like a lot of Mexican, like Juan Sebastian, like Pepe Aguilar, so a lot of stuff like that. But also like me, I think that I initially gravitated towards R&B. So I listened to a lot of like Usher, a lot of Mario, a lot of like early 2000s, 90s types of R&B music. So that's kind of like what I naturally gravitated towards. But I listened to a lot of like classical too. I listened to a lot of oldies, and I don't know. I really took interest in like all types of genres.
Yeah.
All types of genres.
You know what's so crazy? Like me, anybody that's blessed with a voice, I don't want to say I envy them because that sounds a little bit like messed up, but I just think that it's amazing to be able to sing. Like
Yeah.
I'm so jealous. I will say that because I remember being young, and I remember that's when Genuine came out. Differences, right?
Yeah.
I was a little kid, but I was singing my heart out. As if my dad is watching, he'll tell you guys I was singing my heart and soul out, right? Hoping that I was able to sing, even in high school, right? Maybe it's the reason why we lost every football game, but every time for me to get pumped up, as opposed to listening to rock or hip hop, I was listening to R&B. Can you believe that? But
I love it.
But again, it's because I don't know. It's something about hearing somebody else sing. It just puts me in a right mind. Like I don't know. I could be wrong, right? But
no, I get that.
yeah.
I feel it.
So talk to me about like what are some covers that when do you take singing seriously? Because I know you went to college, like I said, you majored in journalism and then also Spanish as well.
Yeah.
But that didn't work out for you. And when was it till you said, you know what, it's time for me to really flaunt my voice?
So once I moved back to LA, it was like end of 2018. That's when I started to kind of like look for a job down here. So luckily and thankfully, I had my godparents down here in LA. They live in like BP, and they were letting me stay there for free up until I was able to get on my feet and, get my own place. And so during that time, I was working at a college called UEI College. It's like a trade school. They have them kind of scattered everywhere.
Yeah.
But I was working front desk, and I remember thinking to myself, like, wow, like, am I even going to get the opportunity to work on TV? Like, but I just did something in the meantime so I could save up and, get an apartment. And so during that time, I was like, you know what? I'm in LA. Might as well just, start doing covers, right? And posting them on Instagram. And so I remember that I posted, I think it was Killing Me Softly, like a cover of it on Instagram. And one of the professors, he came up to me, we became friends, and he added me on Instagram. And he's also like a background actor. His name is Mike Valdez. He's amazing. And he was like, you know what, mija, like, I'm going to plug you in. And I didn't think anything of it, to be honest, because, sometimes people just say stuff, right? Without any like meaning behind it. But he was serious. He was like, I'm going to plug you in. He's like, I think that you got it. And so one day he was doing a video shoot with Danny Trejo. And I guess he told Danny about me, or he showed Danny the video of me singing. And Danny was like, wow, like, she's good. he was like, call her up right now. And so this was during COVID, right? He calls me, and at first I'm like, who is this? Like, who's calling me? And then he was like, this is Danny Trejo. And I'm freaking out in my head because I'm like, is this real life? Like, is this really happening? And he was like, you know, like, I really like your voice. I would love to meet you. And I was like, all right, Danny, like, let's do it. And so it didn't happen until like a year after. And let me just say, I was very persistent with texting Danny because he gave me like his personal number. And he was like, just text me, you know, like, let's meet up, da da da. But yeah, so like COVID happened and it was just very strict during that time. But every holiday I would text Danny like, hey Danny, like, Merry Christmas or Happy New Year's. You know, I didn't want him to forget about me.
Yeah.
And so it was like this one day where he was like, Mija, like, come to the cantina right now. I have Baby Bash here with me. I have like a producer here with me. He was like, we want to meet you. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go right now. I'm on the way. And so I get to the canteen in Hollywood and Vine. I don't know if you guys have ever been, but it's really good. I'm not just saying that because he's my boss. But yeah, so I get there and I just remember like so many emotions coming through me because, you know, it's not just Danny Trejo, but it's also Baby Bash. And it's like some of the writers and producers. And I'm just like, what? But then I sing to him at the cantina and Danny's like blown away. And then Bash kind of like talks to me and, you know, he tells me like his opinion. He's like, yeah, you're like really good. Da, da, da. And so ever since that day, like Danny kept in contact with me up until I signed. And I signed July of 2021. So.
Congratulations. That's pretty
you.
dope. Talk to me.
You.
How was that drive as you were like, what were you feeling driving over there?
Man, that felt like the shortest, longest drive, if that makes sense, because I was so excited, but I was also like so nervous and so scared because I was like, you know, like so many like thoughts running through my head, like what if they don't like me or what if they do, and you know, like all of these like what ifs. But I think ultimately I was just like really happy and excited, and it kind of felt like surreal. It didn't feel real until like kind of like a few days later I kind of like processed it like, okay, yeah, that like actually happened. Like this is happening.
So now what does that do to your soul knowing that you're impressing Danny Trejo, also Baby Bash, and in other words, I mean, you pretty much you did what you had to do. You amazed them. Now for them to tell you that you're good, I'm pretty sure you already knew that, of course. Like, what did that do to you?
I think that like a part of me knew that, but I think that like it was more so like confirmation. Like, okay, maybe I am good, you know. But like just it coming from the greats, I think that was like one of the biggest motivations for me to keep going. I think that it was just like, I don't know, God sent me these people to, you know, kind of motivate me, because I was also like at a very low point in my life during that time. And so that kind of just like, it like rejuvenated me. I felt like a new person. I was like walking around different even. I was like, it was just different, but yeah, in the best way. Like it just felt so good. It felt so good.
So what exactly was that song that you sang to Danny Trejo?
Killing Me Softly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't think I ever heard that song. I don't think anybody here has heard it either.
The Fugees?
Can you give us a little sample maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Let me take a little sip of water.
Okay. I don't think I heard that song. What about you guys in the live chat? Let's see. Have you guys heard that song? We're about to find out right now.
Okay. So let me start. I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a style. And so I came to see him and listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy, a stranger to my eyes, strumming my pain with his finger, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song. Something like that.
Wow, okay. Wow, you're definitely talented for sure.
Thank
That's without a
you.
doubt. I could really
Thank
see why he signed
you.
you for sure.
Thank you.
Now
Thank
for
you.
sure. Now, okay, does like ever like getting your heart broken or being in love, does that help you sing a little bit better?
Oh yeah, I be like singing my heart out.
Yeah.
It's like I think that like that's one of like the toughest emotions to go through. So it's like when I sing, I think that it's partially like a part of me, you know, like me sharing like my journal or a diary to the world. So being heartbroken definitely pushes me to like get that out. Yeah.
So who are you thinking about every time you sing?
Well, now I'm like in a relationship now, but
Oh, okay,
like
okay.
during my heartbroken phase, I was
Yeah.
like, you know, I was like straight out of like a very long-term relationship, and now when I be singing, I guess just like thinking about like sad moments if I have to sing
Yeah.
a sad song.
Oh, okay. How about talk to me about what's the process like whenever you create a song? You know, or do you like to write your own music or?
Yeah, yeah. So like the label that I'm under, we do like oldies with like a modern twist. So I don't really write those types of songs. I think that I'm more of like an R&B writer, but I'm slowly transitioning into like R&B. So the unreleased stuff is written by me. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's great. Now, so back to Long Beach. When the first time that I ever heard you sing, again, I seen you with Twixie, and what was her name again?
Tara.
Tara.
Yeah.
So by the looks of it, you guys seem like you guys were a group. Is
Yeah.
is that still going on?
No. We were never like a group. So we're just like signed individually under Trejo's label, but Twixie is no longer under that label. So she's kind of like independent. So now we have a new artist. His name is Coda the Barber. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. He's very dope, so talented. He's a dope songwriter as well. Tara is too. But yeah, so we're all like individual artists. So we all kind of have like our own little style going on.
Okay. Yeah, cause somewhere in my vault I have a amazing video. You're the one singing and like you guys are all dancing together.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah, I do.
Oh,
I have that.
man, I don't even remember. I don't even
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, you were singing. I think it was your single at the time. Shoot, but yeah, I had the video. But yeah, but anyway, so now like every time you perform, because I seen you perform in front of a lot of people. I've seen that multiple times, you know, and everything that you post. You ever get nervous still?
Yeah, we actually just had a show with Bash last weekend in Lancaster. And man, the people of Lancaster showed up. Like they were lit. It was a really, really, really great time. And there was a lot of people. I did not expect that many people at the show, but the feedback was amazing. The people were amazing. It was such a great time. But yeah, long story short, I still get nervous because I remember like going on stage that night. I was like, dang, like, do I even got this? But I kind of just let it like come out of me, and then it kind of like the nerves kind of go away. I think it's like a little roller coaster. It's like the anticipation, the worst.
What are some things you like to do before you perform?
I like to stay hydrated and I like to listen to songs that kind of like pump me up. I've been listening to like, as of lately, a lot of like Travis Scott. He released like his new album.
Yeah.
So I've been listening to a lot of like Travis, and I used to listen to like Doja Cat a lot. I think that she had a lot of like uplifting type of music. Yeah, like stuff like that. Just something that gets me like pumped.
Oh, okay. Being that you lived in Texas, how about country music? Do you like to listen to that a lot?
Yeah, I do like country actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do. I like older country better though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
I used to think it was trash until I heard Tennessee Whiskey. That's probably like the only one that I
like
played.
Chris Stapleton.
Yeah, that's the only
he
one. I
kills
was like,
it.
okay, that's
he
pretty
kills
decent.
it. He kills it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dope. There's a lot of great. I love me some Carrie Underwood. She be singing her pipes out. I'd be like, yes, girl. Yes, girl.
So the same way how you transitioned from being 10 years old to moving to Texas and obviously missing LA. When you went from Texas to Los Angeles, did you feel the same way? Are you missing Texas?
You know what? I think that like I was very homesick, especially because I didn't have like my immediate family, and I still don't. But I think that I learned to just fall in love with LA again. I think that like the people that I surrounded myself with kind of like brought LA to life for me again. Like they would show me around, they would take me to new places that I had never like been to before, and I completely fell in love with it again. So yeah, I was a little scared at first, but I'm here now and I'm loving it.
And for sure, what are some things that you miss from Texas?
I think mostly like my family and friends. I think that's like really about it. Like the weather sucks. The weather sucks. Sorry to the people that are from Texas watching, but yeah, it's like very humid. There's a lot of mosquitoes. There's not a lot to do in Texas. You know, we have like the mountains here and the beaches and the amusement parks. Texas is very limited as far as like what you can do. I think it's more about like the people that you're with.
I see. Now, is it difficult being a woman in the music industry?
Yeah, it is. I
Yeah.
think that it's kind of overpowered by men, and like it can get to you in some ways. So it's very like hard in that aspect.
Like, as far as the DMs go, like what I'm trying to say is being a woman, do you feel like a lot of guys take you seriously? Do you feel that everybody's trying to do you a favor for a certain reason?
I think that like yeah, I get a lot of DMs from men that are not very serious for me right now in this part of my life. I feel like for me it's kind of like business. So if it doesn't really like elevate me in that way, then I'm not interested. So I think that I get a lot of like, you know, DMs that are kind of like unnecessary, and I'm not trying to entertain anything that I'm not, you know, trying to do. So yeah, there is some people that reach out and, you know, in hopes of something else, but I think that I like definitely kind of like cut that off. So
That's good.
yeah.
And if that doesn't help, I mean, you have Danny Trejo right next to you, so I'm pretty sure
No, he
takes
said
care.
that he's ready if, you know, and anybody tries to get in the way,
Yeah.
he's ready. Yeah.
What's the relationship with you and Danny Trejo? How is he?
Man, he's like an uncle, you know. He's just like very protective. Oh my God, Danny is one of the best people I've ever met in my life. And I'm pretty young, but I'm not the only one to just say that, you know. It's like everyone that knows him has nothing but great things to say about Danny. He's just a very genuine, humble, down-to-earth guy. He makes you feel welcome right away. He asks you if you want a picture with him. You know,
Oh,
like
shoot.
that's the type of guy he
Okay.
is. Yeah, no, it's awesome. Sometimes I can't even believe it because I'm like, he just be treating me like his family. Like he took me in like, you know, like a daughter even. So it's definitely a blessing for sure.
That's so dope. Because although I see him smiling, I mean, he just looks so fucking mean. I don't know if it's because of all the movies that I watch.
Nah, it's the
but
movies. He's
yeah.
like, he's a sweetheart, man. I would love for you guys to meet him. He's amazing.
That's great though. So right now, do you feel as though you're living out your dream? Because again, I see you
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
You're getting interviewed, you know, everywhere, and you're around a lot of celebrities.
Yeah.
Talk to me. How does that feel?
It does feel like a dream. I think that I'm definitely living the life that I was supposed to, but I think that I'm trying to just sometimes, because, you know, you can get discouraged in this industry. I think that like a lot of things can get to you, but ultimately I feel very blessed and very humbled to be working with, you know, the people that I grew up with, you know, and for them to actually like my stuff, and for other people, like the new people, to actually listen to me and, you know, actually love it from the bottom of their heart. Of their hearts and my heart, you know. So it's like, I don't know. It's like, it's a feeling that I can't really describe, but I'm just ultimately so grateful. So grateful.
For sure. How's your parents? Are they happy with
Oh,
your
yeah.
accomplishments?
No, yeah, they're like my biggest fans. Like my mom, you can't tell her anything. Like she literally posts me all the time. Every time I meet somebody, she's like, she's a singer. Add her on Instagram. Like literally, she's like my biggest cheerleader. But yeah, I think that my parents are very, very, very excited and happy and proud of me.
That's good.
Yeah.
So, what are your goals and aspirations before the year ends?
Man, that's a tough question. I feel like I have so many, but I think one of my biggest ones is probably releasing like another like music video for one of my songs that are gonna be released soon. Actually, I'm releasing an album on August 25th. So I'm very excited for that. So I think my next goal is to just have a few like more music videos and write more songs, R&B songs.
That music video that you just dropped recently, oh, it's amazing. I swear, from the beginning to the end. Yeah,
Thank
I like
you.
Danny Trejo got down, and also the little dude that's pretty dope
Yeah.
as well.
He's
Yeah,
so cute. He's
yeah,
so cute. Yeah,
yeah.
that was a great time. That was a great time. Shout out to the whole team for making that happen. That was such a great day. It was like a long day, but I think that it was worth it. And I'm glad that you enjoyed it. And I hope everybody else did.
No, of course, of course. Like I said, I'm pretty sure everybody sees the talent and they hear the amazing voice.
Thank you. Thank
Definitely.
you.
That's great. So talk to us about so you said August 25th you have another single dropping.
An album.
Oh, you have an album. Talk to us about that.
Yeah. So it's called Infinite Love. And it has a few covers in it and a few originals. I'm very excited because it's my first album ever. But for it to just be under like Danny's label, that makes me even like more excited. But yeah, it's a total of 11 songs, I believe. So being released on August 25th, which is like in a week from now, I want to say. Yeah, so I'm really excited. I hope that
Yeah.
it gets like really good feedback. I hope people mess with it and they listen to it.
Was it difficult choosing these 11 songs?
Kind of, because I want it to be like in theme with love. It's like very like romantic songs, very like uplifting songs. So yeah, I think that it was a little hard to choose, like not putting something that's like sad or anything like that. I wanted it to be strictly romantic. So yeah.
That's great. So, you think right now being in love, like you say you are, being in a relationship, I mean, obviously that helps out a little bit more, right? Being able to sing these love songs.
Yeah, it's like my expression of how I feel in the moment, So I think it helps.
How often do you sing to your man?
Actually, I don't really sing to him now that I think about it.
Why not?
I don't know. I think that he's so used to it because he goes to like all my shows.
Oh, okay.
So I think that maybe I should sing to him though. I think he needs a
I think so.
little solo moment.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe he feels jealous. Who knows? have you asked him?
No, I haven't.
No.
But I be asking him to sing for me, and he be saying no. So
Oh, he could sing as well.
no, he can't.
Oh.
But still. But I would love to hear it.
Nah,
Yeah.
That's cool. But you know what's so crazy? So, like I told you before, I wish that I could sing.
Yeah.
I really do. Like I said, if I could sing, I'll speak to everybody singing. But you know what's so crazy? So tell me why I'm blessed with two beautiful daughters, right? And my firstborn, my oldest, tell me why the little girl could sing.
Really?
I swear. Kind of so
Man.
it's kind of the same thing. Like you said, all these, I mean, being a girl dad, I've watched every Disney movie, every princess movie. I know it all, right?
Yeah.
So constantly, I hear them sing and sing, and it's crazy because, like, kind of like you said, how your mom, same thing, like
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shoot, wait a minute, that note was a little bit too long, like that sounded a little bit too good.
Yeah. Like
so-
sing that again. Run that back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. So it's so crazy, like it's just surreal to me how I wish I could sing. Now God bless me with a daughter that could sing. So
Yeah.
I really hope that we could take it far as well.
Man, I hope so too. I'll be praying for that because you know what? Like, I think that if God gives you something, it's for a reason.
Yeah.
So if she loves it, all I ask is like to fully support her.
Oh, most definitely,
Yeah.
without a doubt. That's why I'm
Yeah.
asking. Like, I know you said that you were kind of a bit shy. You
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to flaunt your
Yeah.
talent. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to tell her every day. Like I hope she's singing at school because that's pretty much what I want her to do.
Yeah, like some exposure for
Yeah.
her friends to know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it might be like at the place at the right time, someone may like hear her and be like, "Oh wow, like, let's do something with that."
No, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. So let me see what I was gonna say. So you're not a Cowboy fan, right? You say
I'm not really like a sport person, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I will say that maybe I am, but also like maybe I might be a Rams fan because
Yeah.
I know Danny's like the
Oh.
biggest Rams fan.
Yeah.
And that's very like so if I'm talking to him, I'm a Rams fan. If I'm talking to you, I'm a Cowboys fan. Yeah.
Nah, for sure. That's cool. So yeah, and I know you say your father just like strictly soccer, right?
Yeah. My dad is like a huge like Mexico fan. My dad is from Guanajuato.
Oh, okay.
So he'd be like repping that. But yeah, I kind of like grew up watching soccer a little more. I think that's like really the only sport that I watched growing up other than like football when I would go to like football games in high school. But yeah, I love the Mexico team. I have a big fat crush on Ochoa. Yeah, so if he hears this, hi.
But in Texas football isn't it like a religion out there as
It
far as high
is.
school football?
Yeah. Friday Night Lights. So when I went to high school in Mesquite, Texas, football was like the place to be at on a Friday night. On a Friday night, it would get crazy, but it was so much fun. I still don't understand it. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah,
but it was a good time.
that's cool. In your class of what?
I'm class of 2014, which is almost gonna be 10 years.
Okay, so you are a 96 baby.
Yeah, I'm a 96 baby.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's cool,
I'm about to be 27. So I'm like,
Some grandma right here. We got
yeah,
a grandma.
I know. I'm getting
Nah.
up there.
I'm just kidding. I'm class of 2012, so don't worry about it.
Okay, you're
Yeah.
2 years older
Yeah.
than me. So you're what, 28, 9?
29. So I'm gonna turn 30, and honestly, I'm sad. I'm heartbroken.
Why?
'Cause I don't want to be 30.
No, 30s are the new 20s.
I hope so.
They are. They
Yeah.
are.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody's telling me, but nah, seriously, like you said, I mean, it's true what they say, you know, time goes by so quick, you know. I feel like yesterday I was 21, now I'm 29, gonna turn 30.
Yeah.
And, you know, I hate to sound like an asshole, but I just, like I said, it's just scary to me, you know.
No, I get it. I get it. It's like a new chapter of life, right? But I think that it's like what you make of it. So I'm kind of scared, but not at the same time because I know that it's still kind of like young. I don't
Yeah.
know. To me, it is.
How do you feel about now that you see rappers from Texas blowing up? I mean, I'm not saying that they weren't popular back then when you were growing up in Texas, because I know SPM, that's a name that lives forever, right? But now that you see Mexican OT and Peso and all these artists from Texas blowing up,
Yeah.
how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel proud. Like, shout out to the people that are like making like new styles of music, even, you know, and like making it work and blowing up. Like, it's a great way to represent Texas. I love that for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you ever collab with any of them?
Yeah, for sure. I think that I'm open to like any genre of like music, to be honest. Like, I think that I'm getting more into like banda recently. So I
okay.
kind of want to like experiment with that a little bit, do a little like reggaeton. Like I would
Yeah.
love to do what like Carol G's doing, or
Yeah.
like Becky G, or like Kali Uchis. She has like a really cool like R&B Spanish style that I really love. So yeah, I'd definitely be open to collabing with anybody.
How do you feel when you see artists like, I'm not trying to throw no shade, but like, let's just say somebody like Jenny 69, right?
Yeah.
That suddenly she's on multiple tracks.
Yeah, she is.
And you know, for somebody, I'm not saying that she doesn't have talent. What I'm trying to say is somebody that has a voice like yourself, seeing an artist blow up like that, does that make you feel any type of way?
I think that there's like room for everyone in the industry, and she's kind of doing something different. I think that it's like brave of her to like try out music. You know, I give her like major props for experimenting and making it work. You know, despite of like all the feedback that I got, she's still doing it, you know, and she blew up for it. So I love that for her. You know, if she's happy, keep doing it, girl. Yeah,
That's what's up.
you know, there's gonna be haters and there's gonna be lovers. So it's like,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Regardless, you got to do you.
Yeah, you gotta do you at the end of the day.
For sure. So right now, who are some artists that you would like to work with here in LA?
Ooh, wait, like specifically LA, or
No,
like,
you know
or
what? Just in general.
in
who
general?
are
Oh
some
my
artists?
gosh, there's so many. But if I were to name a few, okay, this is like probably like the most random list, but probably like Peso Pluma. Like, I think he's dope. I would love to meet him. I would love to do a song with like Kali Uchis. Like I said, she has like a really cool sound. Daniel Caesar. There's like so many. Beyonce. I mean, it'd be crazy to do something with Beyonce. Maybe someday, I don't know. But yeah, I think that like probably those are like top of my head right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not for sure.
Travis Scott too, actually. That'd be kind of dope. He had Rosalia
Yeah.
in one of his tracks, and I think that was like super dope.
Yeah, no, Travis Scott, he's pretty dope. He's a legend. You know, so is Beyonce too. She has so
Yeah.
many bangers, it's ridiculous. But yeah. But yeah, so that's cool, you know, that's cool. I mean, you gotta speak it to existence, and so far, I mean, based on
Yeah.
pretty much your journey, I mean, that's you pretty much you manifest everything, you know. I feel as though like
Yeah, I think that you can definitely manifest if there's like work behind everything, like consistency. I think those are like key elements is consistency, the hard work, and believing it. I think that at that point you're kind of undefeated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the process like stepping into a booth every time you record? How is that like?
It's I really love it. I think it's like my own little like space bubble. But I do get a lot of help because I love harmonizing. I'm a harmonizer girl. Like I love when a song builds. So my producer Carlos Guillen, he's our in-house producer for Trejo's music, and Coda the barber actually. They're in the studio a lot with me, so they're able to help me with like pitches or like runs and stuff like that. So I'm glad that I have that level of comfortness with them because it really helps me when I'm in the studio like struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it feels good. It's like a release of like emotions, right? So
That's good.
it's like
So
therapeutic.
that's therapeutic for you. Having a bad day, just sing some.
Yeah, I just sing my heart out. Yeah.
I'm jealous. Like I said, yeah.
Man, you know what? I think everyone can sing. I think that like you can get training for
You
it.
think so? So
Yeah.
so you don't think that it's like you don't think, how can I explain it to you? Like it's not just a natural born talent.
No, I think that like some people have it when they're born, but I think some people train for it.
Yeah.
So I think that like if you can talk, you can sing. You just maybe you don't have a good voice at first, but I think that you can train it to sound good.
So you're saying if I keep trying, I can sound like Rick James? What's that
I
song?
don't know
What's
about that
song
part.
called? Rick James. What's that powerful song called? Fuck, why can I
Which
not remember?
one?
He sings it with that girl, Tina Marie. What's that song? No, not Mary Jane. Oh, Fire and Desire, right? That one. You know about that song?
Yeah, I don't really know how it goes though, but they're always talk
Oh
because
my god.
yeah, I'm not really like familiar with Rick James too much.
You serious?
Yeah, I know.
I know.
Shame on me.
Nah,
They get
yeah.
on to me about that in the studio actually.
Yeah. Okay. Being that you lived in Texas, now you're in Los Angeles, I gotta ask you, what's up with the food? You rocking what? Who has better Mexican
Ooh,
food?
am I gonna get in trouble for this one?
Who has a better Mexican food?
Okay, I'm gonna just say it. LA.
LA?
LA.
When it comes to what? Everything tacos, everything?
I mean, LA has like a variety of so many food options. We got everything here.
Yeah.
My mom's from Belize. They got Belizean food out here.
Oh,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? Like they got everything. So I would have to say LA. Sorry, not sorry.
Because we had an artist. He's actually from San Antonio, Texas. I don't know how far that is from Dallas, but
Pretty like a 5-hour drive.
oh shoot, okay.
Yeah, 6
But
maybe.
but he came saying, nah, man, that Texas is where it's at. Something about they have
lying.
breakfast tacos or whatever.
Okay, they do have breakfast tacos.
Yeah.
But don't they have that here? Wait, no, they have breakfast burritos. Sorry. But I think breakfast burritos are better. I don't know. I'm just saying. But yeah, they do have breakfast tacos. But I still think that
Yeah.
we're beating them.
But for sure, when it comes to the barbecue, Texas got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Sorry. Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
for sure. Nah, yeah. I just had to ask that. Like I said, I just feel as though I don't know, like, cause I mean, there's a lot of Mexicans in Texas as well. So I've always wondered, like, who got the W there?
Yeah, and then it becomes like a rivalry between Whataburger and In-N-Out, right? But there's no competition. Let me just say,
Yeah.
In-N-Out got it. In-N-Out got it. Sorry.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And it's a sad truth, and I hate it because I mean I could eat like 3 burgers and that's the reason why I gained so much weight, you know.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you and I'm definitely like a foodie.
Yeah, but now nowadays I see now like there's a lot of Mexicans in Chicago, in New York,
Yes.
and
Yes.
I'm starting to see us everywhere. So
Yeah.
that's always a question I gotta ask. Like I wonder who really got the best Mexican food.
I don't know. I didn't really get to wait. Actually, I did try the food in Chicago, the Mexican food, which was pretty fire. But I'm gonna still say LA. I haven't really like explored outside of that too much. So yeah, I don't know. I would love to try like New York Mexican food. That'd be kind of interesting to try. I feel like.
Yeah, for sure. That's cool. So So you have August 25th. You know your album is coming out.
Yeah.
How are you gonna celebrate that?
I was thinking of doing like an album release party. I wanted to, but I think right now I'm just kind of like crunched on time, so I don't really have time to like plan it out. But I think that night I might just like go out with my girls and celebrate having my first album out. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. I'm so
That's dope.
excited.
Hey, that's a big flex for real.
Yeah, it's a man, I'm just so overwhelmed with gratitude. It's kind of crazy. And I
Yeah.
think that like that translates over to like new opportunities. I think that like when you have a good heart and you are genuinely thankful for the opportunities, they just keep coming to you.
Yeah. No, that's great.
Yeah.
So, before we wrap it up, I just want to ask you, multiple questions. Kind of give like a quick rundown, and yeah. So, what's your favorite fruit?
Grapes,
What's your favorite color?
pink.
What's a perfect day for Amora J?
Going out to eat in downtown LA.
Tell me what are three important things for a long a long relationship?
Ooh, I think honesty, trust, and loyalty. Yeah.
Trust and loyalty. Okay. If you could travel to any other country, what would it be?
Country. Probably Belize because I haven't been there in a while. So I would love to go back and just visit and just see everything from like an adult perspective as
Right.
opposed to like a child one.
What's your definition of happiness?
Ooh, that's a good question. My definition of happiness. I feel like maybe feeling at peace. Yeah.
At peace.
Mm-hmm.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
I would love to fly.
You love to fly.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool. Then I could feel like a bird.
If you could time travel to any era, what other era would it be?
Ooh. Man, I used to say the 50s, but now I want to say the 70s
70s.
because it just seemed like they just were having the best time and did not
Yeah.
care. They were on a lot of drugs, but the music was fire. Earth, Wind,
Yeah.
and Fire and all them. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, well, there it is. Well, I just want to say, Amora J, I really, really appreciate you for coming through. It really means a lot.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Thank you for having me. I had a
No.
lot of fun, and thank you for being prepared.
Of course, I had to. Like I said, I'm just trying to step up to the plate. So, I hope I made Gil and everybody proud.
I
yeah.
think you are. You're making everyone
Yeah,
proud.
appreciate you. But yeah, if you want to go ahead and give any shout outs, to anybody, anything that you want to promote, go ahead and let the audience know.
Sure, yeah. So, album Infinite Love is being released on all music platforms on August 25th, so stay tuned for that. And if you want to keep up with like upcoming events or like what's going on in my life, follow me on Amora J Official on like every social media platform. So that's AMORAAJ Official. And yeah, thank you guys for listening and thank y'all for having me. This was amazing and I can't wait to do it again, hopefully. That'd be cool to do it again. Or I can bring like maybe Danny or Coda or Tara or something.
Anytime you want to come here, the doors will always be open for you.
Thank you. I really appreciate
if
that.
after the album drops, you want to come back and play every track, hey, we're all for it for
Aw,
sure.
thank you. I might take you up on that.
Oh, without a doubt. Hell yeah, appreciate you. With that
Thank
being
you, guys.
said, I just want to, shout out to the motherfucking Cowboys, baby. Football season is around, so
Ayy.
I just want to, represent my team. The Raiders suck. No disrespect to Boo Boo or nothing, but I just want to say this: if nobody loves you, Notorious One loves you. With that being said, we out, baby. Just appreciate you.